background. Kind of rocking out. HorsePLAY Live coming up to you live in person. The everybody's favorite filthy hardcore casual Yogizilla, along with the best in the business. Not really. Let's just say the worst in the business. The worst in the business, none other than the beard itself. You didn't think I was talking about me, did you? Of course not. The beard says hi to everybody. And of course, me, the last person. Obi-Wan-X2 in the house. Yes, in the house. Yes, it looks like we got some cool stuff happening tonight. Which, this is so loud, I don't even know why. So, we got some stuff going on tonight. Now, this is something that we're actually kind of like, oh yes, we got cams tonight, yay! I don't have to look like a freaking fool on here. Well, I'm still gonna act like a fool. But, yes. So, I will fix these cams as soon as we flop over.
Yes. I'm starting my stream too.
Sure, whatever.
Make sure it doesn't break anything.
No doubt, right?
The cam looks okay?
I need to pause my...
You gotta mute your mic.
Oh,
there we go.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I will once we start the actual show, I will then take the first few minutes and I'll introduce. Or, I don't know.
Introductions, yeah. Introduce is good.
I don't know. You know what? I might be able to do it this way. Hold on.
And by the way, guys, this is the pre-show of episode 88 of HorsePLAY Live. We're talking more Magic and NES tonight. And Obi's gonna set up. I was running a little late, my bad. We went long with the Gaming Death podcast. It's a good discussion about the future of the internet and the gaming industry.
He went deep and
long.
Some
people would say, I got baited in the chat. That's what the big thing. People were like, "Oh, the Xbox One is dead." It's like, according to who? Like, I love when people say stuff like that.
According to your mom.
Like, if you look at the sales numbers, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, but Sony's got serious financial issues, and Microsoft could foot the bill and bounce back from it. They're not gonna die. Sony needs to succeed, and they've gotten comfortable at the top. That's the difference.
Oh, yes, definitely. I totally agree, sir. It's wonderful that you say it like that, because that's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, almost word for word. You just took the words right out of my mouth, man.
Now you're just patronizing me, Obi.
I am, but it's fun that way.
Yeah, dude. My beard is crazy now. I do need to trim it and shape it up a little bit. It's been that long since I've been on cam. Has it been that long, Obi? Has it been on cam?
Well, you're slowly catching up to me. Well, mine's probably right around 8 inches right now, but
that's conversation you don't want people to walk in on.
Hey, mine's 8 inches. What's yours? Just saying.
Mine is 8 millimeters. That's fully erect.
Hey, bro, roll of dimes at 1,000,000 miles an hour does lots of damage, brother. All right, guys, we're gonna get started here in a few seconds.
Bit. Yeah, I'm gonna get some water and take a quick bio.
Okay, so 15 minutes. We'll be right back. So let's get some chapping and shite. Got it. Here already, of course, BFT9000 in the house. Our faithful mod, Morgana Freya. Hey, girl. And of course, 420. What's up, man? Hope 420 in it, man. Blaze it up. Blaze it up if you got it right now, guys, before the show, because we're going to have some fun tonight. You guys are going to get... I'm going to let you guys in on the secret. Now, I'm going to probably use 3 or 4 different voices tonight. And they'll probably be in the conversation. We've already kind of discussed this. We got Dragon with us, too, tonight, guys. It depends on how long he stays. But we're going to go with that, too. We're just kind of a little discussion on, of course, Dragon was... he played the NES games. He's a... Uh-oh. Yomar is offline. All right. But anyway, I'm gonna turn the music up for you guys just a little bit, so you guys can see hear this crazy doob step. Yes, I said doobie step. Rocking it out right here on Techno Axe. Of course, we lost Yogi. Sure. That's, yeah, whatever. Dragon, you there still? Sounds like Yogi got kicked. But anyway, for all those that are helping... Ooh, listen. Listen to this, guys. Come on, look at this. Now listen, listen. Oh, man. Worst radio show in the house. What's up, big boy? Listen to it, guys. Just listen. Wub, 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 wub. What's up? Hey, I bet you can't guess. I'm going to give everybody 3 guesses why we're not started yet. So now if anybody can guess the right exactly what's going on, you'll get a prize. Not going to say what the prize is, but you'll get a prize. Let's just say maybe not a full prize because I'm one of those broke streamers, but, you know, you'll get a thank you or a, woo, let's, you know, spam for BFT. I don't think it's Comcast either. I really don't care. So, Dragon. I'm out of ideas. Yeah, I am too. I'm all out of ideas just because. So we are live, guys. Wow. We are live, guys, so stay tuned. We're waiting on Yogi. He crashed from everything. So either Comcast is taking a shit, or Yogi be getting DOS. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Might be. Possibility. What is? I don't know. He might not come back, guys. What are we gonna do then? It's gonna be the show called Obi Takes Over HorsePLAY Live. Kicks out Yogi. Doesn't even look at the show notes once. Just goes with it. I say We just kick out
Hey.
Yogi and go with it. What's up?
What?
Nothing, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
What are you doing, man?
I guess I'm gonna have to call in for now because the internet's acting up. I was fine for the whole time on the show.
Are you getting DOS,
that is-
man?
No, I don't think so.
Check your router.
Yeah, I just did. So I don't know. I was fine for the whole time with gaming death. Just Comcast being a shitty ISP as usual.
Well, BFT, you are right. Congratulations, BFT is got the right answer. We took a secret poll and we were like, does anybody want to guess why Yogi's not here? And they're gonna say, you know, BFT's the first one, Comcast. Well, I'm out of ideas.
Yep. You guys know I never miss the chat. I love hanging out with you guys. One of my favorite times of the week, if not the favorite. Kind of sad how much I look forward to the show.
Yeah, but never mind. Are you ready to start?
Yep, you take the helm. You do your thing.
And I bet I gotta play music too, right?
That would be nice.
God, scrub! Alright.
But hey, at least it didn't happen during the show.
So are you turned on TeamSpeak or are you turned on Skype?
Me on Skype.
Hey,
I haven't gotten a TeamSpeak app yet.
You're on TeamSpeak right now.
Oh, did the connection come back up?
Yep.
Should we try it then?
I don't
try it?
care. It's all good. I don't care. We can just go with this.
No. Let me get back on there. Hold on.
But just don't start your camera, because every time you start your cam, we'll just do it like this.
No, it's a different camera, so it should be fine. I know. I'll try again.
It's the Yogi Troll today on HorsePLAY Live.
Alright. I have some internet issues. We're about to start this HorsePLAY Live, episode 88. This is pre-show.
No, this is almost post-show, because we've been doing it so long.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying, man. We've been doing it for so long, it's almost post-show.
I'm sorry! Blame Comcast. Don't even blame Canada. Blame Comcast.
Isn't Comcast from Canada?
That would not surprise me. No, because then they have to be polite, at least, and apologetic. Comcast doesn't even apologize.
Well, I'm sorry that you don't have service, don't you know? But I just can't do nothing for you, son. Thank you. Have a great day.
I suppose I should probably call you in this video.
Give me some maple syrup right now.
Oh. Maple syrup's great.
All right, we're gonna try this again. Probably not gonna work, but we'll find out.
Have some faith, my friend.
Faith. Have a little faith, 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 faith. All right. Go ahead, Yogi.
Alright, yo. Gotta get the music queued up.
What's up, guys? Geeks, gamers,
What the hell?
ninjas, and robots. This is HorsePLAY Live. Today is Thursday, August 20th, 2015, and Yogi's smoking it in his house. I don't know if we should stream this, Yogi. He's probably gonna get in trouble by his wife. She's probably gonna whoop his ass. Be like, I saw the stream last night. Like, oh baby, I love you.
It might happen, yeah.
But as you guys know, this is episode 88, titled "The One with More Magic and NES." We're gonna get back on the Magic and NES. Think we're probably gonna maybe finish it up tonight, but who knows? We might go another week. Never know. But of course, you guys have already heard him. Everybody's filthy favorite hardcore casual, Yogizilla. What's up, big boy?
What's up?
Trying to smoke cigarettes in your house. What's wrong with you, man?
I know. Well, you know, stuff happens. But I just want to say real quick, we just got off a great show with the Gaming Death podcast. It was a lot of fun. And I want to start, I know some people, when they first listen to it, they're like, you guys plug a lot of stuff. Well, that's part of the show. We're the flagship show of the GeekyAntics Network, and we give love to people. So there's going to be a lot of plugging. So I want to say, first and foremost, you know, Gaming Death Podcast, one of the first podcasts to join our network. So much love to them. And I'm very big on what's the Worst Radio Show is doing. They got Podcast Infinity for the Destiny players. They got the Dark Zone podcast for the Division games coming out. And they got, of course, the flagship show, the namesake, the Worst Radio Show. So if we haven't mentioned them enough before, now you know.
Hey, guys, that Worst Radio Show. Let's just say I want to ask very nicely, but it wouldn't be me. So have me on your show for a Division now. You heard? I'm just playing. Be a dick, really, and then we get invites to podcasts and other, you know, and whatnot. But what have you been doing last week or so, man? I only talk to you once a week now, so.
No, stop it. We talked a few times the past week. I said I was gonna make an effort on that, and I did.
When did we talk? Because I'm trying to remember.
I was in your stream a couple times.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I always lurk on there, but I was definitely in your stream.
Yeah. Well, like it's not the point that you're in the stream. Like I like to talk to you every now and then, just one time a week, where you know I kind of you talk about what we're doing. We used to do that every week. You know, I'm still playing catch up. That's the big thing. I'm playing catch up after that debacle with. You don't even know the new stuff I got planned for the brand. This guy right here. You know.
Well, I send the email out, so make sure you guys are subscribed to our newsletter. It's bit.ly/gangmail. Gang is an uppercase.
I got my first official sponsor. You don't even know about it.
I know. I'm gonna try to do we're onboarding new shows and getting our stream team caught up and getting people to actually collaborate, not just plug, but actually collaborate more and really become part of the gang, our community here on GeekyAntics.net.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna try to like reach out to people more, including my good friends like Obi.
Let me know. I got some news for you too, and for everybody. But what have you been doing this last week, man? Besides continue.
Besides the behind the scenes stuff, well, since we probably won't get to the dust off, I want to say I'm really hankering to play more Rare Replay. So I'm gonna probably be streaming that very soon as part of like the Retro Friday movement. It'll be Retro Friday on days that are not Friday or Saturday.
And we're gonna be doing Tabletop Simulator on a different site, guys. We're not playing the Tabletop Simulator to do Cards of Humanity anymore.
Yeah, because we want more people to be able to play.
It's far better that way. Then people just can join the link and not have to worry about jumping on the server. And if you have 20 people in there, that'd be fun.
It'd be hard with 20 people. I think 10 is the max you could really do, where it's so fun.
Right.
So you get a full rotation more often. But you can spectate. We use Pretend You're Zizzy as the web-based Cards Against Humanity clone. We're gonna be doing that's gonna be an ongoing thing, doing the gang nights on Cards Against Humanity for sure. We'll still do other stuff like Guns of Icarus and whatnot, Tabletop Simulator, but that was definitely really fun.
I do have some sad news though.
Oh boy. Okay, go ahead. Tell me now.
No, it's just a little something that I just was gonna say it because there are a few people that actually still like listen to him and stuff. Um, my dad's gonna kind of let go. He's gonna come back to it at a later time. But right now, he's kind of letting go of it right now because he's got other stuff planned that he needs to. With my dad, he follows his heart and what tries to follow what God wants me to do. So. But he's gonna kind of the podcast is kind of on a pause right now, and then he'll be back and we'll be having some more stuff on the network as well as YouTube. But I just want to let you guys know that. And he's a couple weeks now, and it's kind of just been kind of, I kind of just found out about it, which but he'll be back and he's gonna be doing some live stuff, actually like doing the actual preaching at a church and we're gonna record it and. With what people want to do, but he's actually got a friend that runs a website, another preacher, so he might actually be wanting to put it over there. So, but he's still gonna put stuff on GeekyAntics just because it's diversify, because there are people that listen to him over here, and so he doesn't want to totally leave it.
Maybe just do it monthly.
I told him, I said, if you're gonna do something like that, because his friend's gonna help him with a lot of what he's doing. To where I'm not really needed anymore. So I figured we do once a month or something like that, where he comes over, he does a podcast. Maybe not necessarily on Twitch, but there's other places. Yeah. We're looking at somewhere right now. So, for him, maybe Hitbox, or we might just go.
No,
YouTube.
Don't do Hitbox. That community is caustic.
We might do YouTube.tv or something. Because then we can go right to YouTube. I don't know.
Yeah, YouTube would be good. You do Google Hangout on air. But I think it'd be good if you just did it monthly. It did topical, answer certain questions that people have.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to be scripture or religious. Just life issues. What do you do when you have a fight with your spouse, or what do you do when they don't put the toilet seat down?
That would cause him to have to actually write and actually get on the website and do that. He's not that. No, he's worse than me.
No, in audio format. But we'll figure it out.
We could figure it. Like I said, it's
Rogue
just gonna.
Bishop, thank you for the host, buddy.
It's just gonna be a little bit down right now. I know the Sunday Dose is going through some changes on topical stuff, where we're gonna be doing gameplay, but we're gonna be doing a little bit more of the talk. We're gonna keep it gameplay issue. So that we don't get banned or anything, but we're going to be doing a little bit more of a topical. I'm ironing some things out, so I believe after this week should be the first of the month. No, basically next week Sunday. Not this coming Sunday, but next week Sunday will be the Sunday Dose will be back. So we're probably going to have a big group. I really want a big group for this next topic because it's a topic that everybody loves to talk about, and I'll tell you guys next week.
Next Sunday coming up. Not this Sunday.
I'll tell you next week what the topic's going to be on HorsePLAY Live next week.
All right. But yeah. So other than that, I've been playing a lot of. Again, we're not gonna get to the dust off more than likely. Been playing a lot of Magic Origins, so I have more thoughts on that. And you know how we always joke about how MMOs are like the cancer of games because they just suck up your life.
Of course.
I've
and I play them right now.
Break.
I'm playing WoW again.
I know. Some people told on you like Obi's playing WoW again. I'm like, I know.
Like they were like, why are you playing WoW, Obi? Wait, what? I say, what is Yogi online? Because every time you'd get online, I'd get offline. So you wouldn't see me for a while, and then I believe you caught me a couple times. So
I caught on to that. I think Morgana was one of the people that sold you out. Like, yeah, Morg, she's like my spy, and I'm just kidding.
No, Morg did it. It's her fault. No, she says it's not her fault. Yes, it is her fault.
I can't judge you because I'm playing Neverwinter, and it's actually taking me with Destiny.
You can't say nothing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say right off the bat, I still love Destiny, and I have issues with Destiny, but it's a shame that a free-to-play game has more content than a paid game like Destiny. Yeah. And we got a whole on Gaming Death. You got into a whole debate. Make sure you guys check them out on iTunes and Citric. We got a whole debate about We talk about Magic Origins a little bit. We talk a lot about Destiny and how it's a terrible game. They were saying it's a terrible game. I was defending it. I was giving the other side, and I can't argue with their debate, their arguments, because it is like 6 places you get, 6 actual maps, 6 actual areas.
Right.
You know, then I'm looking Neverwinter. There's so many different instances, different dungeons, different zones, different things, different activities. They're doing the Summer Festival. They just extended it for another week. Hopefully they'll keep extending it. Summer Festival is super fun. You got water balloon fights. It's just so much content, and it doesn't feel like a grind. It's just so much fun. You can fight dragons. I mean, and it's a Dungeons and Dragons universe. Yeah, Peter had said, I love Destiny, but it is a crap game. Yeah, it's a crap game that we love. You know, it's and Kevin from the Worst Reader Show is saying that is some crack. Talking about WoW, and I will never get back to. Yeah, it's probably better you don't get into it.
I'm sorry, dude. I can't help it. Like we're not even playing endgame stuff. I am on my pally. Like I'm getting ready. Like I'm raiding with an old buddy of mine, where I basically raided with him in BC after I got out of the hardcore guild, the raiding guild that I was in. And I haven't seen him in like 6 years, literally. Like I see him online, but we never talk because we're not playing the same game anymore. And since I got the it's just a 1 month. If I can make 25,000, I told people if I can make 25,000 gold, I'll keep playing it because then I'm not paying for it. You can get 25,000 or 26,000, I think it is now, and you can like pay for months of WoW. So
how long will it take you to grind out that much gold?
Like right now, as I'm leveling up my paladin to 100, like I have probably about 4,000 gold, and I played maybe a couple hours on my paladin. I mean, it's going pretty quickly while I'm grinding up, but I'm killing rares and I'm doing a whole bunch of other stuff to get gear fast as I'm leveling up. So like as soon as I get 100, I'm ready to tank. So
yeah, seeing it. WoW is still doing well, but it's funny that they're talking about in the chat how like
they're down to 2.7 million. Dude, they're not doing well at all. WoW is doing very, very poorly right now. Actually, they lost another 3 million, another 3 million followers or subscribers. Before that, they banned almost 1 million subscribers.
They need to go free to play.
WoW is in trouble, dude. I'm telling you right now.
Let's just go free to play.
I'm glad they have
and monetize it somehow.
I'm glad they have all the other games that are coming back. Diablo 3 with the the new stuff coming out, the new seasons and all that. The StarCraft, they're getting a new I think a new DLC, aren't they? With the Hearthstone, if they'll keep that going, I think that'll run a little bit longer. But hell, Magic Duels are out now, and I'd rather play Magic Duels than I play Hearthstone. I don't know why. I know my wife plays it a lot, but.
We'll have that discussion in a little bit, because that's a good debate to get into. But, I think like BFT 9000 saying that Final Fantasy 14 is the better MMO. I think it depends what mythos you like, what universe you like more. Like that's still one of WoW's strength is that if you grew up with that universe, you played the original Warcraft, Orcs and what was Orcs and
Warcraft
whatever
1,
the title
the
was, Orcs and Humans.
1, 2.
Yeah,
Warcraft
the
3.
RTS games. That you get. If you're just a Blizzard fan, it's really hard to say no to WoW. Like I played vanilla WoW, and something to get into is to play with you guys, but I don't want to open up the can of worms.
I do love Blizzard. I'm not gonna lie to it. It's just the thing that I have with it when I get into WoW, and I really get into WoW, like I lose all track of time. Like I'll spend 3 days on there and then be like, all right, I'm 100. Holy shit, it's Saturday. When I started on Wednesday, it's just kind of like I can lose myself in there, and I got so much other shit to do with, the CSGO team and just everything that we're trying to accomplish on that end too, and let alone I'm adding stuff to my own name and, the beard with, I'm introducing my own website and a whole bunch of things that's going to be happening within the next couple of weeks, which is going to help myself grow. Along with GeekyAntics and everything like that. So it's just I'm doing so much more stuff than I used to. Like things that I don't even get this, and now I get it because I'm actually starting it from the bottom. Now I'm here, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And it's a WordPress site, so it's a simple HTML site, but it's what I want to go to is I want to go to one of those actually really simplistic websites that have all I have to do is I have my password as an admin, right? I can give people privilege as admin, and then basically I want to be able to hit the forums, click on the forums, and then just reply. And HTML,
we
like,
have that.
I can't do it. I can't, for some reason, I can't get on the forums and click something, read something, and reply. It won't let me.
I mean, you guys kill me when you start up your own websites and then like you write one or two articles for like 6 months. Like, why don't you just add those to GeekyAntics, and then you can link those articles to your Facebook fan pages or whatever. We have the traffic. Why would you start your own website? I mean, I get it. All right. I mean, we do need to make some improvements for usability and make it more user friendly. But I mean,
it's just something that I want to. It's something that I want to do, man. It's not. I'm not the one creating it. Okay. It's just.
I mean, you can barely keep up with the content development now. I mean, hey, Obi, I love you. I'm just saying.
Talk trash. It's okay.
I'm just saying, like, you can't write an article for us and go on the forums, but you're going to start a website. You're killing me. But, hey, I love you. Power to you, bro. He's just not... For those not watching the video, he's nodding his head at me. It's like, I told Chris on Gaming Depth, they're not doing articles on GamingDepth.com, and they write some really good articles. Why don't you guys write some articles for us every now and then? And we can also, you know, republish your old stuff because they have some really good stuff. Like, if you have this great content, you know, put it somewhere where there's an audience, and then you can have it linked to your Facebook, your Google Plus, whatever you want to promote, your Twitch channel. You know, rather than starting a website from scratch, you have to build up that audience, stay on top of keeping the content steady, you know, maintain it. It's a lot of work. Trust me, that's what keeps me so busy, because I'm doing all the stuff mostly by myself. And I'm like, I've got all these great resources for you guys. Take advantage of them. But it's all right. I get it. No, I get it. You want to have your own thing. Just don't do what Janelle did with starting her own podcast. That was a debacle. I love Janelle, but I just facepalmed. And I showed some people that podcast. They're like, that's not a podcast. I'm like, I know. It's not even on iTunes. And if it's not on iTunes and Stitcher, at least, it's not a podcast. It's just a video where you're just talking endlessly and not really making a point. No structure. There's no distribution, no structure. It's not a podcast. It's just blah blah. Anyway, I'll help you out, Obi. I'll help you create.
I don't need your help.
Okay.
It's something that it's for my channel, my community, my followers that want to, you know, I got it. I got people helping me.
All right. But everyone else, GeekyAntics is here as a collaborative network. So if you like to help, we'll help you.
And I'll collaborate with GeekyAntics, but it's gonna be something that my own community where
I got you. You want to have something that's your own baby. I get it. I get it.
It's all good.
I'm just saying, like,
but don't. I mean,
just be careful what you're doing.
I understand that, but you don't need to sit there and snicker and shoot me down over it. Like, you're too stupid, Obi. Don't treat me like that, man. That's not what I'm saying.
I'm saying you could barely keep up with what we're doing now.
You don't know what I can keep up with.
All right, so basically you're saying that what we're doing is not important for you to do stuff to contribute to then. That's what I'm getting then.
If that's how you take it, then that's how you take it, man. I'm actually just I have a goal.
I've asked for articles, but then if I ask for these stuff and then people doing it elsewhere, I can't not take it personally. And imagine if I said I'm doing a fundraiser for cancer, and then you don't promote it, but then you do your own fundraiser for cancer. Yeah, that made me a little sad. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, let's go back to the week and stuff. I don't want to make Opie salty. I was making a point, the websites, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Make sure it's sustainable. That's all I'm saying. As a marketing and business guy, that's what I do for a living to pay the bills. Make sure you have a sustainable content strategy and growth plan, and you're not relying just on those people, because people flake out. That's sadly what happens.
Nope. You'll see. That's it. You'll see.
You take it as a challenge, Obi. I'm not challenging. I'm not saying you're gonna fail.
It honestly is a challenge to me now that I'm gonna make this work. Because basically, you just said without saying it, I'm dumb as fuck and I can't even run a website. So I can do what I can.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm a lot smarter than people think I am. I play
asked you many
dumb.
times. Write us a blurb for the newsletter. When you have stuff to promote, let me know so I can put in a newsletter. The newsletter, that's if our streamers have events they're gonna do, if they're gonna do fundraisers, if they have a new article, we can put in the newsletter and feature it and get it in front of more people. We could reblog it on the site. We have all these channels that have tons of unique viewers. You know, I asked you for articles and bumpers. You know, and if people are not taking advantage of that, and then you're saying you're going to create something that's going to be even more work. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you can't keep up with the bandwidth now, just be careful. You might burn yourself out. That's all I'm saying. As a friend, I'm concerned. You know.
Okay.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to steal your thunder. You're taking it the wrong way. Whatever. I'm really excited about the website. Let me know when it goes up. That's it. I'm rewinding. You're sulking. Stop it.
No, I'm not sulking.
By the way, I discovered that the Red Replay has a really cool two really cool features. All the games in there have a rewind feature and a save feature, so it's gonna make Battletoads a lot more doable. Then I really need to get playing this. And fun fact, if I'm not mistaken, Rare used to be, when they first came out, that studio used to be Ultimate Play the Game. And there's some like old school stuff in there. Some of the games are so old, like they're 82-ish, 83-ish, 1982, 1983. And you could tell because it has that like 16 color computer palette, you know, where like all the colors had like magenta and like white and cyan, you know, those weird shades of these primary colors. It takes me back like those Hercules video card days or VL bus days where it's like 16 colors was big, and then when they came out with 256 colors, like, whoa, mind blown. So Rare Replay, I'm really excited about that. But yeah, we're playing Neverwinter, Magic Origins. That's pretty much it. I'm trying to think. A little bit of Smite. Yeah, that's been my weekend. And it's just, you know, housekeeping, the GeekyAntics Network. We've been following up with the guys at 365 Flicks podcast. They're networking hardcore. Those guys are doing things, so shout out to them. More on them later. And of course, you know, supporting the Worst Radio Shows. The Worst Radio Show, they've been doing a lot of stuff too, like nightly streams. They got 3 podcasts, and it's been crazy. They just had Ezekiel 3 from Man vs. Game and Dropped Frames was on there. That was a hilarious show. No Roe Bishop, no porn here, not yet. We actually keep it pretty clean. Come over and make sure, for those on my channel, come over to the main chat over at GeekyAntics, twitch.tv/GeekyAntics. But how's your week been? What else do you got going on?
I'm creating me. Creating this. I'm creating right now. What I've been doing the last week is creating a brand for my beard. So it's a part of Obi-Wan X2.
I think we should have wigs.
Got some directions that I'm going into, like I said, you know, website, and we're gonna do stuff like with the team. We got some stuff coming out to where sponsorships are coming available. I got my first official sponsor on my stream, which is the No Scope gaming glasses. For those that
nice
want to get some of those, just go ahead and over there. Appreciate it. Appreciate the help. More people buy, of course, the more I can give away, because y'all be able to get free ones. So, just kind of trying to set stuff up to where I can improve, because I see that the team's gonna be moving fairly quickly, so I got to kind of keep up with that as well. So setting up little things that will actually aid the team in, you know, views for whatever, or being able to record all the games to where we can analyze them, and getting on that, and, you know, doing a lot of the stuff that needs to be done. Basically.
Well, if you have a banner for the No Scope gaming glasses, I could put it up in our sponsors area so people can click on it there, get some more traffic. But share it out. And I've been willing to do that for all our core team members, you know, the people that consistently contribute to us in different ways. You know, I know some people are not writers, some people are podcasters, some people are strictly streamers. You know, play up your strengths, and we'll work together. I gave Obi a hard time because we've known each other for a long time. And hopefully he doesn't take it to heart.
It's gonna be fun. You guys are gonna see it. You're gonna see it because I'm not gonna let him say nothing to me till we're back on Horseplay Live 1 week. You're gonna see him go, "You did it, dude. Congrats." Okay.
I'm not saying you can't do it.
It's Yogi.
It's if you get a lot of content up on your site and then nothing on GeekyAntics. Look at you know what? Obi was trying to talk junk. Look at his score on our website and leaderboards. He's one of the lowest ranked people. Called it. There.
Okay. Sue me.
I'm just saying, you know, just get more involved. People, like, every time I always defend you, Obi. Like, how come we never see Obi in the chats or the group chats or the hangouts or the forums?
You got a Skype group that I'm not even invited to, bro. So it's not like, you know.
I thought I invited you in there.
No.
You didn't get an invite?
No, I haven't.
Oh, the reason I didn't invite you is because you get paranoid when people know your Skype name. That's why I didn't do it. You don't like people knowing your Skype name. You've told me that before.
Okay.
I mean, do you want to be in the Skype with all people I trust? No, are you comfortable with that?
Nope.
Don't be like that. Stop it. I respected the fact that you don't like just anybody knowing your Skype name. That's why I didn't drop you in there.
No, it's all
Would
good.
you like to?
No, thank you.
God. He's gonna keep being. It's like a woman that's like, "Are you mad?" Nope, it's fine. It's fine. That's
Careful,
okay.
bro.
And it's like, then you find a dead cow head on your bed when you wake up. I love you, Obi. I'm trying to get you more involved with everything else we're doing here as part of the network. That's all. I want you to be more visible beyond your stream and our podcast. That's all. Because then when people say, "Where's Obi? How come he's in with us?" You know, then I make excuses, and it seems like I defend you, but it seems like I'm just making excuses.
I'm on TeamSpeak every day. You wanna find me?
Yeah, but see, TeamSpeak's not a visibility thing. Like things that
That's
linger.
where I'm at. I'm on Twitter.
The thing, like with voice chat's great, and this is what I tell people all the time. It's great that we have conversations, but like when you have an article or an ebook or a podcast or a video, it's stuff that we can share with other people, so that when they're not there, it lives on. It becomes evergreen. You know what I mean? Like they don't miss out on those wonderful moments, that useful information and whatnot. And I know he's staring daggers into me because he thinks I'm saying that he can't do it. I'm saying that it's a lot of work.
It's okay.
No, it's more a general advertisement. Because everybody starts a website, and I see so many websites that go up, and it's like, why are you going to reinvent the wheel? If you're part of a network, put that content on the network, because if you can't keep up with the content schedule, it's really hard. It's a lot more. It's not just making a website. Anybody can make a website, but can you keep the content steady? Can you promote it? You know, can you do the social media marketing? It's a lot of work. I barely keep up with it.
I know.
You know?
Definitely.
I'm just saying we're more powerful as a collective. Beard fight. Meh. Anyway, that took much longer than it should have. I wish you luck, bro. You know, I support you and everybody wholeheartedly. Hey, tons of people on the network. Everybody's an independent contributor. You could do what you want. You can have solo projects. I'm just saying, if we could pool our resources more together, we could be a lot more effective.
True.
Like the other day, I gave Kevin a hard time on the West Radio Show because they did an article on streaming, and it's a great article. But if they had told me they did that, I could have linked to it from our article, which, by the way, is the #1 article still on Google when you search how to succeed on Twitch, and I think for also how to stream on Twitch, we're one of the top articles that shows up. That's a big deal.
Nice.
So I want to be able to give people some of that love, and then cross promote like that, like because they cover more of the technical aspect, and on our article we're more about the social media stuff, like the attitude you should have, the expectations you should have. You know, basically our main point is don't get into streaming or even podcasting to make money. Do it because you love it, because then the money will come, and then the growth of audience will come. If you do it and all you're thinking about is numbers, and then the numbers don't come right away, you're gonna lose a lot of ziff. Same thing with like building a website. What are you doing, Obi? You're doing a demonic eyes. I'm done. Obi, what's tonight on the show? And they think you would win the beard fight because apparently we're gonna have a beard fight.
I know I'd win the beard fight.
So what's tonight on the show, Obi?
My beard has already told me that he will whoop your ass in a second. Not just your beard, but you. So
I haven't
don't
really
piss him off,
bright
bro.
neon
Tonight on the
red
show,
kind of hair. in
hell
the beard.
yeah. Thank God Almighty. No Destiny minutes tonight, guys. We're safe. We have a huge feature, though, tonight, so yeah, our feature's fucking massive.
Yeah, we're continuing. I'm gonna put that in there. We're continuing.
You guys think I'm talking about our feature, right?
Oh yeah, the feature is massive feature.
That feature there, I tell you. I like that big old features. You guys love deck building games. We're going to be talking a little bit more about Magic Origins tonight. We're continuing our top 100 NES games and remembering a little known gem that made Nintendo special for us 2 decades ago, from almost over 20 years ago, actually. So we're also going to talk about some modern games too. And we'll get into to be a 2 or 3 partner because we have tons of I'm gonna say it wrong again. Ninja games.
Vidya
games. That's what I said.
Like
Vidya games. Anyway,
Vidya.
We have a bunch more of those to talk about. But if you guys are new to HorsePLAY Live, welcome to our silly party! Yay!
Woo!
HorsePLAY Live is
How do
where
you follow
geeks
that
come
up?
to play, and 9 times out of 10 hear voices that you don't think are there. We are the flagship talk radio show for GeekyAntics Network in collaboration with AllGames.com. Our show also covers all the geek culture aspects of geek culture with a special focus on Indian strategy games, technologies. We rant in many different languages sometimes, so you got to be prepared for that. And many different voices sometimes too. Like he can, Spanish, and then I can, You want to play? Have fun with that. But of course, a lot of the social issues that geeks face, and then of course community events that we try to be a lot of part of. Sometimes, guys, we even talk about tabletop and retro gaming. Sometimes it's every Thursday after HorsePLAY Live, we play Cards of Humanity, which we found somewhere to play good. That's good. And hell, we talk about food all the time. If we're not talking about food, it's not HorsePLAY Live, telling you. Just because. It's just what we do. Yogi, tell them a little bit more about the show.
Yeah, we're a late night show, unscripted. We have structure. We have segments. But we're unscripted, as you heard from the beginning, the opening. That was not planned at all. Some of the stuff that I learned of tonight is as new to me as it is to you guys. And it's exciting. That's part of the fun. This is how we catch up most of the time. And Obi throws me curveballs all the time. But, since we're a late night show, and we're, mostly raw and uncut, sometimes we have to cut stuff out because, we have to stick within the time frame for all games and some other syndication partners.
We only talk to each other once a week, goddammit.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
It'd be better if you just talk to me every now and then.
It's like
I gotta agree with him there. Joey, you gotta talk, man. Got a communication, buddy, is the key.
Chris Gannon did the same thing. He's like, Yogi was gonna be on the show, but I Skyped him and texted him, and he didn't get back to it. Damn, give me like a couple of minutes, throwing me under the bus. What is this? Gang up on Yogi night? But since we're a late night show, we may say something offensive. We don't just say things just to be controversial. We speak from the heart, and we speak in a manner to incite conversation, get debate going, so we could, figure things out. Okay, Obi maybe because he likes to troll. But keep an open mind and have fun, because after all, this is HorsePLAY. With a name like that,
Frankie and Deanie has a question for you, Yogi.
Someone has a question?
Frankie and Deanie has a question.
It's Frankie and Dinky.
Frankie.
Hello, that's a new person, I think.
It is. It is.
I hope it's not a troll question and there's some McRib love. I'm kind of hungry now.
Dude, that sounds really good.
McRibs, you crave them and then you have them. And
a good old garden salad sounds good right about now too, with some grilled chicken on it.
Have either of the hosts ever had a sparrow fly out of their beards?
Yes.
Cool.
Once. And it tried to go back in because there was chicks in there too. So, we got them all cleaned out. But stay tuned. It might happen next week. I don't know.
My cats and dogs like to rub up against the beard. They think I'm a furry.
My dog likes to lick my beard.
Yeah. Yep.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It is a great question.
That aligns very well with our shenanigans.
It does. But we do want to let you guys know HorsePLAY Live is every Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific on Twitch channels GeekyAntics, which is right here, and over at Yogizilla as well. HorsePLAY Live replay is available also earlier on Thursdays around 5 p.m. Eastern Time on allgames.com. You guys can go over at allgames.com.
.com, yeah.
Yeah, you guys can go to allgames.com, go to the corner, click the live chat button around 5, and you'll hear this week's show. So it's the previous week out. So
word. It's like Back to the Future, but except you're going to the past instead.
Yeah. Well, we're just gonna go right in. I don't know what to say for that. We're gonna go right into it with the obligatory news
And rants.
So, a reminder, International Podcast Day is coming up on September 30th, 2015. And what I would like to do as part of it is a lot of people are interested in doing podcasting and kind of knowing what that entails, what they should expect, maybe how they can monetize. What's the purpose of podcasting? How does it compare to video and streaming? And I'm a big fan of the format. I think it's the best of both worlds. It's like in between the benefits you get from writing, but people don't really read. People do like to listen usually. Well, they hear you, but they may not always listen. But video requires more engagement, and there's a lot of little nuances with it. But podcasting is somewhere in that little sweet spot. So, we like to get everybody involved in the podcasting love. Obi's losing it right now. But internationalpodcastday.com. Get more details, and if you subscribe to our VIP mailing list, we'll keep you in the loop of what we'll be doing for International Podcast Day, and maybe new shows may be coming soon. Obi, are you still thinking about doing a daily little mini show podcast while you search for treasure live on air?
Yeah, I had my finger bent. But anyway, there's something in the making, but I'm only doing it like it's not. It's gonna be. Like on the days I stream, I'm going to take like the first half hour and maybe do like, because I'm doing it on my channel, but I'm taking like the first half hour and recording that and then getting like the daily thing up. I just don't know exactly how I want to do it yet because I don't want to. I know there was chances of like a radio show on GeekyAntics and stuff like that. So if that's what you want to do, I mean, I'll be a part of it. I mean, just let me know when, I need to do the morning show for that day or something like that.
Well, what I would like to do is
I can just send you that little half-hour clip, so then you can do whatever you want to with it.
What I would like to do is do like a little geeky radio show that's just like announcements, like people, things that our streamers are doing, things that are going on in the video game industry, things that are going on with movies, TV, all geeky stuff, comics, whatever. Like maybe have 30 minutes to 45 minutes tops. And then like do that daily, but I would like to have rotating hosts, so it's not just me and you doing it all the time.
Well, I'm gonna start working on my Google Calendar as well, to where, like, if I'm friends with you, and I will put you in my circles, I will put you in a friend circle, and that's where my Google Calendar will be like published or like put out. If I need to do something, if I need to be on a podcast, I'm gonna put it on the calendar because I'm gonna start doing a certain things every day. I'm going to be making CSGO videos for the team on Mondays. I'm going to be, not streaming because, of course, I got my son, of course, 2 or 3 days a week. So, like, the days that I don't have, like today, we did a little bit of it. We're streaming, and then tomorrow we're streaming, and then Saturday we're streaming, and then, of course, Sunday. And then, of course, every other Sunday will be the Sunday dose. So, there's lots of things going on right now, so I definitely want to do it because I'm already doing it that way already anyway. Every day besides Friday, I get up early. So I'm up 7 o'clock in the morning, ready to stream.
That's a good thing. I was trying to get that started before. I think we should do that for sure. Like have a Google Calendar that everybody in our stream team could update. Like, obviously, you can't have your full streaming schedule because there's so much overlap. But like, if you have special events like a podcast or a theme stream, a charity stream, we could get on there.
I still do want to, and this is for why everybody can listen, and it's early enough in the cast that I still do want to do at least attempt a 24-hour, summer stream for GeekyAntics, because we did do one last summer. We did we did like a 72-hour monster stream. It was awesome, but I don't want to be. I know Morg will help do it. I believe Fatal will get on there and stream one time. And I believe I think Black Dragon said he'd even, pop on for a couple hours and do some stuff. But I really want to do that for GeekyAntics. And then whatever, right here on GeekyAntics channel. But we take shifts, like we do 8-hour shifts.
Yeah.
But if we can do that, 8-hour shifts, that's only 4 streamers, and that's 24 hours. We do 2 of those. I'll take the first shift every single day if somebody wants to follow me up every day.
It's 3 streamers, by the way, isn't it? 3 and 4.
Yeah,
3
3.
and 8, 24.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have.
but still,
we have
like
4. We only did it with three people last time, really.
I have right now. I have 3 that will do something.
Oh, no, it's 4.
So plus myself is 4. You would be 5 if you could do it. So it's like I want to do it to where we have 5 people, and then I'd like to start it. What I would like to do personally is start it and end it. Just something to where it's at that 48-hour mark. If we go longer and we go 60 hours again, sure, but it officially ends at this time. Because then, we do, we set something up on the website and we, do, okay, this is a giveaway for the 48-hour. Let's see what we can do. Whatever we're going to do the 48-hour for, I don't want to give everything away. But do it as in, at the end, when it's done, we do a giveaway. We do, then that's when we draw the people's name, because then they have 48 hours to actually comment on a post or do whatever we're going to do giveaway wise. So
yeah, I enjoy doing it. And I went the longest I went was 12 or 14 hours because everybody passed out.
Last year was pretty nuts, dude. It was really nuts. But I with me, I have all the simulators that I can play now. If you've ever watched one of my farm streams, I'm on the farm just planting and harvesting a field for 3 or 4 hours. Hell,
I was there
especially
for a Euro Truck simulator.
Especially Euro Truck too, dude. I got 2 garages now and at least 5 workers total. So I'm rolling now. So we're just gonna keep going and keep buying garages. So it's fun. I can't wait.
But yeah, we'll talk more about that. But more news. So again, a reminder: Fallout Shelter the app is out and it works great on Android. I'm happy it's there because the Apple version sucks as far as I'm concerned. So revisit the Wasteland today. You'll have to wait for Fallout 4. Black Ops 3 beta has been a lot of the talk. There's also people streaming it. It is first to PS4. It's got some mixed reviews, but apparently the multiplayer servers were terrible. I don't get this. These games coming out where the multiplayer is a big thing and they don't have good servers. It's a beta, so they have that excuse, but we'll see. Another reminder, we're getting very close to fantasy football season. We still have a few slots left, so if you want to get in on that, email me, Yogizilla at GeekyAntics.net, and get in. It's going to be very casual, so don't worry about that. A thing called Gamescom went down, so that was kind of a big deal. A movie called Fantastic Four came out. I don't think anybody really cares about that. Like Gamescom, we would have talked more about it. Gamescom is one of the biggest conventions for gaming. It's out in Germany. I think it's usually in that area. It's usually in Europe.
We're gonna be trying to do some stuff to where we can actually win TwitchCon tickets next year. So
yeah,
be looking forward to that. Yogi going to TwitchCon next year, or Obi going to TwitchCon next year. So
Twitch will be cool because it's more community oriented. I like the geeky conventions where it's more like a meetup. The industry events, we don't talk about them as much because
this is something to where like myself, Fatal, couple people from the team are gonna go, and we're actually gonna get table space to where we can actually play CS:GO, or we can play something, and I can stream from there. And we're gonna do a whole bunch of other stuff. We're gonna be having some fun.
I've been thinking about the logistics of that too. So there's a lot of stuff we could do, but main reason we don't cover actually, sometimes it's easier to cover these events when you're not there, because the problem when you're there, you spend so much time going on lines, dealing with crowds, scheduling stuff, and it's just so crazy, and you don't get to enjoy the event as much. It's just a hassle. And most of our news, really, like, we're on PR feeds, we're on the news, we got the news wires, we got the press releases that come to us. You know, we're covered on that, and really, our favorite way of getting news is sharing the stuff that I think is most relevant to our community. You know, on all games and like GeekyAntics and all throughout is enthusiast press, the podcasts, fan sites, community gaming sites, all that kind of stuff. To me, those perspectives excite me more because there's just so much marketing hype, you know, and it's just like all this big talk, and it's like, all right, well, tell me what the real story is, not what you want us to believe. But if you guys are interested in that stuff, you know, we'll cover more of it. I mean, we covered E3 pretty well and PAX in the past, but you know, we're more about like the underground stuff and the niche stuff. That's kind of what we do. But yeah, as Obi dances over there. You ready for the next bit, Obi? Yes, we become Captain Planet when our beards combine. Someone picked up on that. Or we could form Cousin It. Both work.
I don't remember what I did for this one.
Just do deals for cheap bastards. Something like that. I'm not gonna even try to do it like you do it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm
gonna try this one. Okay, ready?
Oh boy. Gotta wind up.
Yeah, I do. Just wait for it. It's like a bow. Now, everybody, it's deals for cheap bastards, like Yogizilla and Obi-Wan X2. Obi? What the fuck? I don't know. Sorry for everybody that heard that. It was Herbert was trying to get out, or that perverted old man. And sometimes pops off, he, put it up. Thank you for introducing that, though. Deals for cheap bastards.
The voice, Sandwich Goddess liked it.
Yeah.
Any deals, Obi? Any big deals?
I don't.
We'll blaze through this real quick.
Don't have not. Like I said, I've been doing so much research and learning how to do things with the person that's teaching me how to do all this, like step for step stuff. So I've been quite busy with that. So I haven't really done any deals. I know there's a few free games on Steam right now that people might like, but I have to look those up first.
There's a lot of them. Well, real quick, Humble Bundle PC and Mobile 13 bundle looks pretty good. It features Tiny Keep, Crown Takers, Photanica, and Monster Loves You. Looks really good. I don't know if anybody's played any of these games. Let us know. I'm familiar with Tiny Keep the most. I've been watching the game for a while. And the weekly. What's going on? The weekly Humble Bundle, Return of Space Boy, is still available for 4 more days. And this bundle has a lot of games that I think many of us like. Edge of Space, Steam Marines, I'm a huge fan of that. Star Maid, Reassembly, good stuff. And again, the Xbox games with Gold. I forgot what it was. It was How to Survive Storm Warning Edition on Xbox One, and a 360 Metro Last Night. Metro Last Light. I keep saying Last Night.
Deals for cheap bastards. If you're one of those people that only like to spend like $5 or less on Steam when the games come out, Payday 2 is 75% off right now. It's only $5, and it's free to play this weekend. So, guys, get on that. Maybe I'll do we might do a play during the day when I stream during the day on Saturday. We might play some Payday 2. So, come join us.
Yeah, all of us.
It's a good game to come back to. I would join you guys, but it doesn't work on this rig. I gotta get the other one working. I know. I keep saying that.
Scrub.
But I think it's time for a quickie. We keep things moving along.
All right, you ready for this one? I got a new version. Ready? Dragon knows this. I was doing it earlier.
Oh no, not another quickie.
Well then. So, Magic Origins in a nutshell. And we're trying to make this nutshell very small. Last week, we briefly discussed the Magic Origins game on the Xbox and PC, Steam specifically. And we basically asked, is this the definitive digital TCG/CCG, or at least the best online Magic game today? So I don't think we're gonna tackle that fully right now. I will say that I still think Hearthstone has a better free-to-play model, but I am really enjoying this game. I do still think it's a big grind, but at least Wizards kind of gave up a little. They budged a little bit. Chris over at the Gaming Death podcast, he was saying that he's disappointed they don't have more formats. You know, like there's needs to be more structured gameplay, like sealed play, draft play, EDP, Commander. There's so many different ways to play it, whereas it makes it more challenging. And that's always seems to be something that's lacking. And I know people can say, "Oh, you can play Magic Online." No, that's not an option unless you're really hardcore. Magic Online is not good for people that no matter like I've played Magic from the beginning, and I love deck building games, but I can't play Magic Online because it's too much for the hardcore people and the elitists, and that's just not fun to me. I'd rather just play in a more casual setting, where I feel it's more competitive that way, and it's more fun. You know, I don't want to get demolished because that's all they play. There's other games that I play that aren't Magic. We talked a little bit. Obi threw the gauntlet down, and we're talking about is how black white is not viable. And in Magic Origins, I think it is, at least the digital game. I know in real life IRL maybe not so much, but I've had some good success with white black and red black. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm gonna accept this challenge. I'm gonna play a lot of white black and capture it. Is Obi falling asleep? Yeah, bastard. Capture on video so I can show that it's not terrible.
It's still terrible. It's still freaking terrible. You just been getting lucky, dude. No, it's terrible.
You said
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
You said it's slow. It's actually quite accurate.
No, a blue black is or a blue white is slow.
Oh yeah, blue anything is slow.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't say nothing about a blue white deck or a black white deck. I told you a black white deck is not viable in the game.
And BFT makes a good point. Magic Online is good for people who want to play physical MTG but don't want the cards taking up space. Exactly. And that's, it's also where people train for, actual physical card battles, when they don't have a friend to play with or their team nearby. Oh, the Savage God is like, are we going to stream more Magic this week? Yes, definitely. Which face?
I might even do it too. I don't know.
Oh, to the Herbert. Yeah, Savage God has made the same face when you did the quickie sound that I made.
Well, cry me a fucking river and get the hell over it, darling. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, Origins is still very limited in what kind of decks you can make, but see, that's always a selling point. I don't want to be.
Well, yeah,
I don't want a game that has the full card set available, and then you just get comfortable and keep running the same kind of decks. I want it to make you start being more creative. I think that's part of the fun. Right. Savage God says she was a blue, white, green deck in real life, but you can't make that in Origins. Yeah. You can't do tricolor. You
can't do single either.
Dual. You can't do single either. Yep, I confirmed that. Yeah.
You have to do a double color.
I tried mono and it's an invalid deck.
The best one that I like so far is a red-green deck, because you got a lot of like snares or blocks with a lot of burst damage. Or even a black-red deck is really, really, really powerful. Just because of the Zerg with the red. And then you have your blocks, big-time blocks with black, so...
Yeah.
You got the big
We got blocks. A lot talking with some red,
you
black.
You got the big blocks with the red.
Being that, so he ran a straight red-green deck yesterday with a monster. Yeah, green is... You get the mana to cover your big creatures. Yeah, green's still the strongest. It's been the strongest for the longest in digital and physical and just about every format. And I love the black-green elf decks or the what's the other one they have? Is it white-green elf decks? There's different ones they have, but the elf decks are fun.
I think if you're gonna play like cause I like the slower elf decks, like a blue-green.
Do they have blue elves in the Origin set?
But I'm talking like no, they don't. But the blue for a lot of the counters and because it's just slower. You get a little bit more defense, and then you have your green deck for consistent damage once you get to a certain point. But if you don't get to that point because the other team whoops your ass, it's the only problem with putting blue in any deck, really.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. You need to run gates so you have the flexibility in your mana.
White
for
and
sure.
blue is fun. It's hard, but it's fun.
Yeah, I think white and blue is one of the recommended decks. I know white and red is.
White and
White and
blue
green
is
is
one of the.
recommended.
I don't know. I don't really know if it's recommended. I just tried different variations and see which one I like.
You could have different templates you can use, and the template's actually pretty darn good.
Yes,
white
I
red is
do.
definitely very
For
good.
the you're talking about Origins, right? Or like Magic Duels.
Yeah, Magic
Okay.
Duels Origins. Yeah.
But for somebody that's starting out, I would suggest a white green, a white blue, because then you have control. You have plenty of defense. Yeah.
Savage Goddess approves of the elf decks. So yeah, there is no blue elf in Origins. I haven't checked out the full set, but I haven't ran into the blue elves. So I figured it wasn't a thing. But there's definitely white. There's green.
Play Magic Origins while we're doing horse. Don't tell you.
Okay, don't tell them. But white's definitely. I think white is really strong in this set, and green is always strong. So that had to change. Blue's dropped off a little bit. I'm also gonna say I'm disappointed because I wanted to play with you guys on PC and it doesn't work on this rig either. All the other Duels of the Planeswalkers games work. I tried Magic Online briefly. That works, but I won't play that. Hell no. So yeah, it's a shame. But another thing I'm gonna say, the community quests. I love this concept, but I swear those community quests are set up for failure. Like no one was really gonna beat the last mission on the campaign for Chandra.
Shit, I did.
What was it? 100,000 times? Yeah, I beat it, but you have to really. It assumes that a few people that are doing that quest do it several times over.
So,
it's a pain in the butt.
So you were just crying then, basically. Got it.
It's a community quest. Everybody's got to do it.
Ooh.
You're not gonna do it yourself 80,000 times, are you? Or 100,000 times, whatever it was.
I have. Get on my level, bro.
Damn, that's a lot of time. The Chandra campaign was pretty tough. I think the hardest one was the second battle. After that, I kind of breezed through it. And then the last battle was, I think I needed to do it like 2 or 3 times before I finally got it. But they give you a pretty good deck, but the AI has like godlike decks. So it's like, what? And I'm still running into the problem. The easy AI is so hard. It's not even worth playing the easy AI. They're not a pushover. Medium is where it's at. I think get 10 gold, it's worth it. 15 gold, the extra 5 gold for playing hard, probably not worth it. But easy AI is by no means easy. So I'm gonna put that out there.
Hell no. They whoop my ass more than the medium or hard AI.
I don't know. I was wondering about that. I don't know if it was me, but it seems that way.
It seems
Like
like
they're
the other
punishing
two, everything but easy is easier. Like easy's hard. I stopped after a while. Like, God damn, I'm not doing this anymore.
BFT saying I'm bad at MTG. I'm serviceable. I'm not a hardcore game. I don't dedicate a time. If I dedicated the time to Magic like I do with Hearthstone, I'd probably be a lot more competitive. But like, if you don't stick with Magic, you forget a lot of the mechanics and like you do derpy things. And Magic is unforgiving. You use a spell the wrong time. Like you don't use the instant at the right time. Like maybe you use too early or too late. You gotta understand the phases and like be aware of how much mana your opponents have and like the board situation and how many cards they have. Because like things like flash and instants, you may think you have a play and then you do something and then you may not read the flavor text on a certain card that's on the field and you end up feeding them more points and there's a lot of stuff you gotta keep track of. Magic is you gotta really be like on top of your game, there's a lot of thinking involved. But overall, I still play more Hearthstone right now. I need to get back into Soulforge and Scrolls. I think those games have a better virtual economy, and they still play a little better. There's a lot of janky stuff in Origins, but I'm really enjoying it. I would put Origins ahead of Scrolls because Scrolls is really complicated because it's a tactics game and it's a card game. Right. But so far the Hearthstone I think they move a lot, they flow a lot better. But yeah, Magic is very much involved. Bearden had it. Got it. He knows what I'm throwing out there. But I think we should just start moving to our feature discussion because we
have about 45 minutes left. So, but if you guys have any thoughts,
we're
we got
like 15 minutes.
You guys have any of your own thoughts on Magic Origins in a nutshell on this little topic here? Let us know. Give us a voicemail, mail at GeekyAntics.net, or you guys can call us the voicemail 206-415-4987, and we'll respond to it next show that we get to. That we hear your voicemail. So, but we are going to get right into the feature discussion, and now for our feature presentation. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know how to do that anymore.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
a little more of a higher octave, I think.
Da, 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 da.
There you go.
I don't know. Feature the 100 best NES games of all time. Now we got through quite a bit. Actually, we didn't get through shit. Because we were talking, so it's all good. But we're gonna get right into it. Yogi, you go ahead and I'll just comment because I gotta pay attention to this thing.
You play Magic still. So last week we covered a lot of games. Of course, Battletoads had to come up. We talked a lot about the mainstays. We're trying to avoid like the flagship games like Mario and Zelda. We know those are obviously all-time favorites and fan favorites and commercial successes, but we're trying to cover more of like the lesser-known games. So like we were surprised with things like Adventure Island 2 making the list. What was another surprise they had? Ikari Warriors, because I thought that was a lot less known than it really was. Jackal, which is a great game in the arcade and great NES port. Journey to Silius, which was supposed to be a Terminator game initially. That ended up becoming a side-scrolling action platformer that had nothing to do with Terminator. Metroid, again, that's another one of those games that's like a mainstay, so it goes without saying. Ninja Gaiden, same thing. They had a lot enough for Ninja Gaiden in this list. Shadowgate made it, which Shadowgate actually started its life cycle on as a point-and-click adventure on the Mac, and then they made it to the NES game. More of a pure kind of role-playing experience. Star Tropics made the list. A lot of role-playing games on here. Star Tropics is one I think that's not mentioned as much as Final Fantasy and even Dragon Warrior. Crystallis, which I would still say is Crystallis, because I think it sounds better. Crystallis makes you think like a bad hip-hop, a rapper name. Yo, I'm Crystallis. What up, yo? I think Obi got excited about this Tecmo Super Bowl and World Wrestling. That was one of your favorites, right? Two of your favorites, the Tecmo games as a whole.
Yes, the Tecmo Bowl. I still like it. If I could find it again to play it, I would.
They tried to bring Tecmo back on a portable system. I forgot which one. It may have been DS, and it didn't do too well.
Yeah, I think it was. Maybe it was DS. I don't know. I think it was the one before DS.
We have Team Sega in the chat and Team Nintendo. Oh my god. And then we still have a little bit of talk about Magic. TSC Black Dragon says that his deck is always a black deck with either vampires with lifelink and Death Touch. Oh, Death Touch. Ooh. Who gain power off of each other. Swarm people to death. Yeah, overwhelm them. Sammy's got to say in Aladdin on Sega Genesis. We need to come back to Sega, but we're doing a lot of Nintendo stuff. Cause we're doing the NES Alphabet Soup for Retro Friday, and we're kind of keeping the Nintendo Day thing going. But we will come back to Sega, and you know what? The Disney games on Sega Genesis were really good.
Sonic
the Disney games as a whole, 16-bit and earlier, like DuckTales, Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers. What else? What other Disney games were the 16-bit, 8-bit era? Castle of Illusion, Mickey Mouse.
Oh damn! Got me
those were all.
now.
They were all those games were fun, and they were actually they were actually good games all around.
Mm-hmm.
Kung Fu for the NES for the NES. Kung Fu made it. Do we know where it made it on the list? I should probably pull that up. I think Kung Fu was middle of the pack. They kind of took a crap on it. Because there was a game they compared it to. We're going off of the IGN Top 100 and then sharing our thoughts on them. Kung Fu, I know they had middle of the pack, and there was a game they recommended, Demon Sword, which was like Kung Fu but much more faster paced. Because Kung Fu was a really slow game. Remember how slow it was? It was like,
Yeah, it took you forever to get anything done.
yeah, but that was a good game though, because they came at you
It was
from
a
both
good game,
sides.
but it doesn't mean it didn't suck.
It was
Same.
tedious. It was a good game. They put it at number 62. I think that game was iconic. It like, it was a really good arcade action game, like arcade style action game. You know what I mean? Like, it was very simple.
Yeah. The
challenging.
simplicity was there. I mean, that was part of why I liked it, because it was simple.
Yeah.
I didn't have to try very hard.
Yeah, because like it wasn't like Double Dragon or other games, like a lot of complicated aspects, and that's part of its appeal. Like, if in the arcades, this would have been like a quarter eater, hands down, because it was it was a challenging game. I think the furthest I ever got, I think I may have beaten it once, but like usually the furthest I would get would be like the second or third stage. Because those boss battles were pretty annoying, like especially the little flea dudes that jumped all over the place. Ugh. So what else we got in the chat here? The Batman games on Nintendo were good too. And they had, I think they had only had one of them on there.
We have Zelda, of course, for best NES game, which I can say that I played quite a bit of that. So I mean, we beat it several different times, several different how you can, hey, let's see who can do it the fastest kind of thing. Oh yeah, I lost pathetically.
Yeah, and Zelda obviously is gonna make any top list because that's like iconic. Metroid 2, and I feel like they need to show more love to the Metroid franchise because they were doing it during the DS and Wii generation. Like they had Metroid Prime Hunters, which I think was a really good game. Surprisingly good multiplayer, but of course Mega Man. All the Mega Mans made it to the list. Mega Man 1 through 6, and that belongs there. Metal Gear. Where did they have Metal Gear at? Number 26.
20. Yeah.
Do you play the Metal Gear on the NES?
No.
That thing was hard. It was super duper hard. That's all I'm gonna say before I get myself set up here. You know what? One I want to mention, a Tim Schafer joint. This comes from the days of point-and-click adventures and the Scum engine, which is a scripting engine for like adventure type games and whatnot. Like King's Quest, Police Quest, those kind of games. There was a lot of them. There's too many to mention. I know I'm gonna forget some, but Maniac Mansion, otherwise known as Day of the Tentacle. Is this one you played, Obi? It's like the one where you get to switch between different characters in real time, and they all it's like playing out a movie almost, and you can interact with other characters, like bump into them, and it's like kind of open world even. You're in a mansion, and the whole thing is you're trapped in there. You have to try to get out, but you have to collect items and learn how to use them with things, and avoid getting caught by the NPCs. There's all kinds of little things. And the thing that was frustrating about it, there was like a lot of fail states, like where if you miss a certain item, you had to kind of restart your save game because you couldn't go any further. But they actually were pretty good about not making that too bad. Like a game that was really bad for that was I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Have you played that? It's a really jacked up kind of like horror game where it's like a bunch of mini stories. Like there's one story, spoiler, where you play as a character and you try to free a golem because you feel bad for it because you think it's sentient. And I don't know, you're trying to atone. I forget what happened, but you're trying to atone for your sins or whatever. And you're in a concentration camp and you're taking out Nazis. Like some weird stuff going on. And then at the end, the golem snaps your back and snaps you in two. It's like, oh, okay. And I won. That's me winning.
Dragon's Lair was like that too.
Dragon's Lair, definitely. Dragon's Lair and Space Ace. But the thing with Dragon's Lair was a lot more cinematic. And same thing with Space Ace. And it wasn't so much point and click. It was more like choose a path, There's a little less interaction. And Maniac Mansion gives you a lot more interaction. You could click on different things, explore a lot more. It was ahead of its time. Yeah, but those Dragon Lair and Space Ace, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got people started on Metroid. Like, years of waiting. What do we get? Metroid Prime Federation Force. What the hell is that shit? That's not effing Metroid. That's baby time party bumpers. Fuck that
Right.
game. That's BFT. He's like, yeah, he's like, essentially, he's like, F that game. BFT, yeah, I feel your pain. But Midnight Mash is one that I would say definitely worth going back to. A lot of these games that are on here too are in the rare replay collection. Battletoads on there, Cobra Triangle, your little like boat, get to shoot things, pew pew, and
The old
jump.
Double Dragon 2, The Revenge.
Yeah, we talked about this last week. I think like Double Dragon 2 should be close to Double Dragon 3, if not higher, just because of the epic plot twists,
Right.
the boss battles. But Double Dragon 3 is awesome just because the bosses you fight, you get to recruit them. So it's tough, but yeah, Double Dragon definitely belongs up there. I'm surprised they put Double Dragon 2 so low. It was a big deal when you got the Cyclone spin kick, remember? You spin around.
Yeah.
And then like the little flying knee. Those were that did a lot. Like that was a huge jump from Double Dragon to Double Dragon 2 was a huge jump in the series. So speaking of brawlers, you can't talk about brawlers without talking about River City Ransom.
I didn't play that much. I really didn't. I didn't play it. I don't know. Like there was a time where we were gaming and mom was like, "Oh my God, that's too much violence," and so like, you can't do that anymore, like kind of thing. But now it's all gravy, baby.
It still holds up pretty well.
Right.
If
Yeah.
you like, if you want to kind of get that River City Ransom vibe, the Retro City Rampage is really good, like tribute to River City Ransom and all like the 8-bit video games of the time. Like it melds so much of those games together. Even like Ninja Turtles and everything. That's a cool game. Or what was the Scott Pilgrim game? The what came out on the 360 on the Xbox Live Arcade? I think it was just called Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That's what it's called. That was a good game. Side-scrolling brawler. Kind of made me think of River City Ransom with like a facelift. Did you play that, Obi?
No.
I would
There's a lot of
highly
things that I
recommend.
didn't play. It's not because I didn't want to. Just didn't. I don't know.
Oh, Gradius 3. Oh God, the Gradius games. They got Gradius on here. Did we cover this last time?
I don't think. No, we didn't get down that far. Like we said a few things,
We
like
skipped
we
around a little
mentioned a
bit.
few things, but
Yeah, Gradius did make the list, of course. But Section Z, if you like shmups, if you like shooters, like that, shoot 'em ups. I'd say Section Z is one of my all-time favorites, and that made number 90. It should have been higher in the list, in my opinion. Great music, great mechanics, so much fun. Now, Gradius made, let's see, checking number 34. That deserves to be up there. But I don't know if I like Gradius better or Life Force. They're both very similar. What do you think, Obi?
I've played Gradius before. The Life Force, I think I like Gradius better. But each one of them had its own little perk. Like with Gradius, it was more of like an open screen type with a lot of like the Life Force. I think there's a lot of tunnels, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Where, and then you had like curving bullets, and then you had things that were like something like that were sticking up from the ground, and all of a sudden when you're coming near it, it points right at you and shoots shit at you. And
Gradius was a lot more open.
yeah, it was like open world, like space, like kind of like Centipede or something like that type, but side scrolling. They were both side scrolling, but like Life Force had let me look at it. Yeah, it had like the caves to where you actually had to, if you didn't watch out, you could run in and crash into the cave wall, and you had to get around things, and forward, back, down, up, fire button.
Oh
like
man!
A game like what?
Did you see what Beard and Hat brought up? Solar Jetman.
Solar Jetman. I didn't.
they remade that game as it's on a rare replay collection, and that's basically Jetpack. Solo Jetman was good. Yeah, definitely. You weren't the only one that played it. Trust me. That was one of those early rare games. But yeah, you're right, Obi. The Gradius is a lot more open, like less.
It's basically what you wanted to do. I don't really have like I played both of them, and like I enjoyed Life Force more because it was more of like a maze. I had to watch more than just I could go from, I actually had to watch in the tunnel and see what was going on. It was a little bit harder for me. But like don't get me wrong, Gradius was, it had its perks where you could just fly around in a giant circle and hit everything. You knew the circle, how big to do the circle. It was great.
Yeah. Yep. We're talking about Turtles in Time. That's 16-bit era. Now you guys are going ahead. That's a good game, though. Though I played more of the Hyperstone Heist because I was a Genesis guy. I was a Sega fanboy 100% by then. But Turtles in Time was really good. Here's one that I think a lot of people probably missed, by a company that was known for doing kind of a lot of like different kind of games, kind of have an arcade vibe, kind of like strategy, action, perhaps adventure. They did Spelunker, which I think made this list too, and they also did a game called Load Runner, which was really neat. It was the whole point of it is your only weapon was a drill. You cannot kill people directly, but you could dig holes. You have to dig the holes to time it so that people would fall in the holes, and then the holes would close back up, and they would die. You basically buried them alive. Kind of vicious, actually. You'd be better off shooting them. But it was really neat because the whole point was you were collecting gold. That's the load that you're collecting. And then you have to kind of get around, maneuver these maps, these obstacles, and avoid enemies.
And then you go to the store and blow your load.
I don't think that was part of it, but you could do that. And that made number 85 in the IGN list. I think there was potential with that game. There was some neat mechanics in there. I had a lot of good memories, so I probably would have put it higher. But that's probably more of a cult following than anything else. But Spelunker, did it make the list? Because Spelunker got a remake.
No.
Spelunker did not make the list.
Did not, because it sucks.
I mean, there's Spelunky, and people love Spelunky, and Spelunky is based on Spelunker, or La Mulana, I guess you could say.
But it's not Spelunker. Spelunker sucks. Spelunky's cool.
Spelunker only sucked because it was super duper hard.
Exactly.
Spelunker, the whole thing with Spelunker is it was one continuous level basically that you kept going down the elevator shaft.
No frickin' saves. Yeah, there you go. That's
no saves. Yeah, but that was the big problem with NES period until they started putting the memory on the batteries on the cartridge or password systems that didn't suck. Like Mega Man had it right with the grid system using the little dots for passwords, because that's easy to remember. But you write down these, 64 character passwords, and then you write down a 0 instead of an O, and oh god, so many different possibilities. Oh my gosh, you remember someone actually played Load Runner in the chat. Nice. And Hyperstone Heist was very different from Turtles in Time. Very different story and level wise, it's very different. But yeah, I'm surprised someone played Load Runner. Yeah, Castlevania did the same thing too. Yeah. Castlevania did it too, but it was surprising how many people were still using like the long strings, the long password strings, because that was just freaking tedious.
Ninja Gaiden too. I mean, if you guys didn't play that, started.
And Ninja Gaiden had unlimited continues, which made it more serviceable. But oh gosh, and Echo the Dolphin. If you get stuck, a lot of people got stuck. A lot of people didn't like Echo the Dolphin because they never got past the first area. What you have to do is talk to all the dolphins with your sonar stuff. And obviously, it's not an NES game we're talking about anyway, because I'm a big Sega guy. And then once you talk to everybody, like what you got to do is jump up as high as you can, out of the water, and do like a flip, and then stuff happens. I'm not gonna tell you because that's part of the fun of the game. It's a big oh shit moment. I love Echo. That's in the game. When I get back to the Sega Genesis, I'm gonna play that for you guys. But we're doing NES now. But back to NES. Obi, did you get into Commando? Oh, Commando didn't make their list.
Nope, didn't.
But Bionic Commando did, and Bionic Commando definitely deserves to be up there. Obi, your thoughts?
Don't
They
have
made their
any.
top 10.
I have to look at the game first.
That was the one where you had the bionic arm, and you could swing on things. And you get a weapon
I believe
upgrade.
so, but it's like I said, it's been so long ago that some of them, like if they're not like some of the mainstream games of the time, like I didn't get to play a lot. Like I couldn't be like, hey mom, give me a game. No, fuck you. You know, get a damn job or whatever. It was, and then especially like when we started playing like Mike Tyson Punch Out, she was like, "Oh my god, that's so violent," Mom, it's really not. It's a game. Well, it's teaching you how to fight. This taught me how to fight.
Yeah. That's a whole different discussion, but I feel you. I feel your pain. See, Bionic Commando, that game is so good. Maybe you may not want to play the 8-bit version, but they did make a HD remastered version of it, completely overhauled it. It's Bionic Commando Reloaded. It has the original game and the HD version of it, and that's on Xbox Live Arcade. They also made another game called Bionic Commando, which is a 3D version of it, and it had some cool concepts, but they tried to change it too much. But there's potential there. I like the series a lot. And Savage Goddess wants to join our Retro Friday stream team, so we might be doing some stuff here. So I would like to have more people to join us and do the hashtag Retro Friday when they do retro stuff, so we could do it as a community. You don't have to be part of the GeekyAntics network, but we'd like you to.
Use the hashtag.
Yeah, use that hashtag. Get it out there. Because people are paying attention to that. Throwback Thursday, TBT, Retro Friday, all good hashtags. I still got my Dreamcast in the box, neatly put away. I'm glad I didn't sell that off. I'm still mad I got rid of my Sega Saturn.
I wish I would have kept all that stuff, because now with what I want to do, like with when the gaming house gets started and everything, and I want to have that old section of games, like I'll be putting it out to everybody. If anybody, wants to give it to a good home, send it to, Obi-Wan-X2 Gaming House, so we can actually stream that kind of stuff. Because you can put stuff together to where you can actually stream Sega Genesis stuff. You just gotta have the right cords and the right connections and shit. So
yeah,
that'd be so sweet. Like I have a guy that's gonna let me either let me borrow or he's gonna sell me his Pong set. Like he has an immaculate Pong box. Like it's gonna. Can you imagine playing Pong on a 60-inch? Just sit there and Pong, Pong, ding, ding.
That'd be so insane. Yeah, there's a lot of systems that only Japan got, like the Neo Geo. The Neo Geo's still kind of big. It's got a following out here. You can still get the import stuff. But yeah.
Should have an Xbox soon. That's all I can say.
Well, the Savage Goddess is on the Xbox One, so you get to hang out with her too.
Anybody that wants to do it, it's just another way to spread the gaming content.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Spread the live streams. And there's some new stuff right now that we're checking out. Well, you guys are gonna be happy here. But anyway, back to the top 100 NES.
Yeah, a lot of teasers in this episode. Stay tuned. More will happen. Snake Rattle and Roll, another rare gem. It's on the rare replay collection, if I'm not mistaken, too. Though this got credited as a Nintendo game, but it's a rare property. And yeah, they put it on number 32. That's a great game. If you like Marble Madness, Obi? Did you ever get into those games? With kind of like 3D on a 8-bit system.
You said Marvel Madness?
Yeah.
To make the list so I can look at it. A lot of these games that people say, like, I don't really necessarily know until I look at them. Unless I, like, played them. Like Castlevania, Simon's Quest, Castlevania, Dragon's Curse, Castlevania, the original. I played all three of those. Like, when somebody says Life Force, I had to look at it. Like, yes, I played it. I just didn't remember.
Snake Rattle and Roll is really cool because it was like Marble Madness on crack. Because the whole point of it was you have 2-player co-op if you wanted to. you're these snakes, and you have little circles that make up your body. And as you get hit, you lose circles. So you have to kind of chase down. It's kind of like Sonic. You have to keep getting your coins. We have to chase down the circles so you have a longer body and more life. But it also makes you an easier target too. But you like there's a lot of 3D kind of platforming. It was pretty responsive, and it was just a really cool game. They did a good job with it, considering the limitations of the console. I beat that game, and now going back to it, I'm like, how did I ever beat this? It's hard. I must have been a lot more patient back then. I definitely was.
I want to just be able to get on a huge screen with a Nintendo, and get on a huge screen and play Duck Hunt. Like, get one of those projector screens. Get one of those projector screens where you get to turn your whole body. Boom, boom.
I wonder how you have to make sure you need a certain kind of surface because you need it to reflect back that's the way it works, right? It reflects back the light to the sensor. But light guns it's a lost thing. And Peter had to no one else had religious parents buy the biblical themed NES games like Bible Adventures.
Hi.
That was the thing.
My dad's a pastor.
Damn, Bearded Hat was in top 5% of the world ranked in Tetris Party. Damn. That's crazy.
There, right there. That right there is a challenge. And in one corner, saying he's top 5% in the world in Tetris Party. Bearded Hat. And in the next corner, someone that cannot find anyone to beat her. Sandwich Goddess. And the showdown begins. Okay, anyway.
That could be a Retro Friday versus we could do.
Yeah. I'm going to put my money on... Damn. I'm going to go with Sandwich. I'm going to put my money. I'm going to bet my skins on her.
Well, we can also do it in
Don't
Dr.
fail
Mario.
me.
Dr. Mario Battle, which was number 51 on IGN's list. About right. Dr. Mario or Puzzle Fighter or Bust a Move. All good games.
Just Bust a Move?
Baku Baku. That's a great versus game. Sega Saturn. Did you play that? That's an NES game, but...
NES game that I really liked, and if you guys knew what it was, you guys could do the triple jump, but an Excite Bike, where you're actually racing, and then if you could do it right, you could actually hit that triple jump perfectly, and it would just, and then you'd launch off that second jump, and it'd be, yeah. I've won a lot of times, because every time they try to actually go all the way across, and then they hit the front facing of that third ramp, yeah. It's fun. How'd you do that, you cheater? No.
Excite Bike, definitely one of those iconic games. And I always liked, the marketing back then was so much better because every game publisher had, a certain kind of...
Nice.
They had a certain kind of, motif or design for their boxes. So, for the Nintendo flagship games, they always had, the black box kind of thing with the Nintendo seal of approval, and then the little title in the middle on a slant, and the Nintendo Entertainment System, and then the graphics on the top, and it was just so cool the way they would do that. And Excitement was funny too, because I remember you turned it on and there was music in the title screen, but no music afterward. It was just and that's about it. And then they had a custom track editor. IGN pointed this out too. They had a custom track editor for Excite Bike, which was really cool. But it didn't have a battery on the cartridge, so if you turn off your system, you lost your custom track. You'd have to leave it on so you can show it to your friends and play it with them. What were they thinking?
I don't know. Stupidity, most rules sometimes.
But they put that at number 14 on the list. I think I agree with that because it's a game that, I would say that game kind of inspired Trials. It's the early Trials.
Yeah.
And Trials is fun if you want to challenge yourself. I'm not usually into those kind of games, but Trials is something about it. It's I'm going to beat this freaking course. Damn it. That game is great.
It was.
And they're talking about Bust a Move in the chat, so apparently we have some fans there.
Exodus was a really good game. But it really got boring faster than not. But old school. Exodus. You ever played that?
That sounds very familiar. I think I did play it.
Hit the link in chat, dude.
I don't want to bring it up because I'm recording.
You don't have it You don't have it set as no sound.
No, sometimes it comes up anyways. It comes up from the headphones, whatever. I know. I should be better prepared. But
you should be. It's a tragedy. It's okay.
SHOUTS, that's a game I think needs to be mentioned. I think a lot of people missed this. They only put out number 97. I just did this last week for Retro Friday. That game was a lot harder than I remember. This one was when Jalico, is that another Jalico, was still big.
I don't know.
They're still kind of around. Like Jalico and like Atlas always made like weird games. But SHOUTS, the whole thing about it was you're a kid that gets thrown into like an alternate reality, and all of a sudden you're this really buff dude, swings his sword and axes and all kinds of stuff, and uses magic to kill really big creatures. And the cool thing about it is like the characters were huge. A lot of 8-bit games had like really small characters, but these characters like took up a good amount of the screen. So it felt pretty epic.
You know what I said this last week, I think. You know what game I played the shit out of and it actually made the list? Was Willow.
Oh, you played that?
Yeah. It was like an RPG, man. Role playing. Yeah. It was like a role playing game. You had to read all the conversations, and I played the shit out of this game. Like, damn. But no, I loved it. And like, oh, why do you play that boring ass game? Like, just because you can't play with me? Is that what it is? It's. Well, yeah, you can, but I don't want to play that weird game. Let's play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because that's 4-player. Okay. Sure. And there was only two of us. You know.
If you liked Willow, you know what Willow reminds me of? It definitely reminds me a little bit about Zelda. But did you ever play Gilligan's Island on the NES?
I did, actually.
That game was fucking hard, but it was pretty cool.
It was harder than people think it was. I mean, it was.
That was a cool game. That did not make the list. Willow made it though, of course.
89, I believe.
And then yeah, about right. You know, and during this time, this licensed games they still had some good licensed games, but now it's like there's a lot of stinkers. I can't think of too many bad games that were built based on a movie. Well, maybe Cliffhanger, which is loosely based on.
That game is so freaking hard for PlayStation.
No, the one on NES based on the Sylvester Stallone movie.
Yeah, they did it on PlayStation 2, and it's even hard as fuck on PlayStation. I mean, it's like, how are we supposed to do this? Like, I think it would be awesome. Cliffhanger would be actually badass on like the newer gen console, the new gen. Because it's, the graphics are there, especially if you could do something like when you're playing, what is it, Call of Duty, the first-person player mode, where you actually have to, stab up the rocks, and, you actually have to jump from one rock to another. That'd be awesome in this console age. To have that game out and have it remade, especially with all the 3D graphics and everything that you can do now. Shit, hell yeah.
Yeah, it'd be something different, because not really anything like that out there. Like, why isn't there, like, an Ice Climber game? Not necessarily Ice Climber from the NES, but, like...
Mountain Climber Simulator. I don't know. I'd play it.
I bet you that's a thing somewhere. We just don't know about it yet. We're gonna find out. So two games that are often confused with each other, kind of, run, I guess it's similar, I guess you could say. Karnov, which did not make the list, is the one where you're the kind of like, I don't know, how can I say that without being racist? You're like a gypsy, genie type dude. I don't know. It's a pretty cool game. And then Rygar, which is one where you have basically a giant yo-yo with blades on it. That made 59. Surprised Karnov didn't make the list. I think Karnov was actually a really cool game.
Oh my god.
What?
They have
What?
it.
Have what?
They have rock climbing simulator.
Oh, we got next on stream.
Oh my god, I'm so gonna get this, dude. And it's like the same kind of like physics as like Mount Your Friends. Like your legs can go crazy if you don't be careful, and like the way you're leaning is the way you're gonna have pressure on your arms. Like it looks pretty. I'm watching a little video of it right now. Tell me what you guys think in chat. There's the rock climbing simulator. I'm gonna get it. I swear to God, if I can find it. If somebody doesn't get it for me by the time I find it, I'm gonna get it. And then you actually gotta put your rope in, and this is actually cool.
I don't remember the ending for Rygar. It can't be the worst. That honor goes to Ghouls and Goblins, or maybe Commando. Congratulations! You are. I don't remember what it said anymore. It's bad. Oh, Obi. Rad Racer. Tell me you remember that.
Yeah, I do. Fortunately, I spent
That
too
was a
much
fun
time on
game.
that game, dude.
It
I
came
got
with the 3D
I
glasses,
got in
too.
trouble more times at night, you know, for staying up so late. You know, and Dad would come down and we're downstairs in the room playing that. Man, I got so many ass whoopings. That game just brings back nightmares.
Rad Racer was so cool. I love how you could, like, there was a thing where you could change the music in the game, right? You could switch like the radio station. It played so well. Like that and pole position, like those early racing games. I actually still loved racing games back then. Now it's not a big thing for me, but Rad Racer was just had such soul to it. You know what? The game that kind of followed that up years later, that kind of makes you think of Rad Racer, is Cruising USA. It has the same kind of personality, I think. Did you freeze, Obi? Oh, okay,
No,
it's not moving.
I'm
That was
watching
weird,
this.
dude. You didn't even blink. and Beard approves of the rock climbing sim apparently.
Dude, I really want to get this though, cause it looks cool. I mean, we'll see if I can't find it. I'm sure there's. I mean, I don't know if it's on Steam or not, but we'll try to find it and see how much it is. Hell, it might be free. Hell, it might not even be out yet. It might be somebody just trolling, or I don't know. We'll see if he puts any links to it. But anyway, Yogi, go ahead.
RC Pro-Am. Yeah, I was gonna mention that. So Rad Racer they had at 57, and RC Pro-Am, I have a lot of fond memories with that too. RC as a remote control, such a cool game. It's a great concept, you know. And it was a rare game too. Unfortunately, it's not. Oh no, it is on the Rare Replay collection. Oh yeah, I forgot it is on there because it's not a Nintendo property. RC Pro-Am made number 13 on IGN's top 100 NES games, and this game was awesome just because you could upgrade your vehicle and everything, all the different colors, and I love playing this on arcades. Another game that reminded me of this was Super Sprint, I think it was. But the thing about this game that made me upset playing an NES is when it would glitch and then everything just went pixelated, garbage pixels or black, and apparently a lot of people had a problem. RC Pro-Am, yeah, that deserves to be in the top 20. It probably should be in the top 10 also. I love the opening music in the beginning. Something like that. I gotta do sound bit next time and play that. But it's on a Rare Replay. Like, every time we talk about these rare games, Rare Replay is so good. Damn. So what was the other one? There's another one I wanted to mention that I think deserves classic status. Blaster Master. Now again, I failed to mention the publishers. Yeah. Obi knows stuff. But I failed to mention publishers. A lot of these publishers, there were a lot of publishers you could trust back then. Like I used to love the Acclaim games, the Data East games, the Sunsoft game, Brotherbound. I loved all those different things. Now so many of them are gone. But Sunsoft made Blaster Master. They also made the Batman, the video game, on NES. Blaster Master released in 1988. They have it at number 22. I'll go with that. it was a game where you get to ride around in a vehicle that you could upgrade, eventually get like jetpacks and everything on it, and different kind of weapons on it. But then the other part was it had like these overworld parts where you'd get out of your vehicle and you'd be a little man, and it's overhead view, and you're a little man shooting stuff. Now, I didn't like the overworld. Most people did not like the overworld parts as much, and there was boss battles for that. And I think the boss battles were strictly as the overworld, right? You never get to do boss battle as your vehicle. That would have been cool. But yeah, and one of the famous things about this game is if you learn the trick where you pause the game after you throw a grenade at an enemy and it blows up, and you pause it, the grenade keeps doing damage while the screen is paused. So, little pro tip. Because that makes the boss battles way easier. But that game is still balls hard. Yeah, they called the armored tank was called Sophia, I think. I'm reading the description here. So actually, let me read the description. This is what IGN said. It's the touching tale of a young boy and his pet frog, Fred. Yes, I remember now. Yes, Fred, who's just hopped into the backyard and touched a radioactive reactor that mutates him into an enormous amphibious monster. This story is so far-fetched, it's great. He then leaps down a nearby hole in the ground and disappears into a vast subterranean labyrinth without a trace. Yeah, because it just happened to be there. And because our hero loves Fred so much, he doesn't care if he's a giant, disgusting mutant toad. He takes command of the equally massive armored tank Sophia, which also just happens to be placed in the bottom of that hole in his yard. As the boy treks into the underground maze, Blaster Master presents its deviously challenging mixture of side-scrolling platforming, shooting, and overhead dungeon exploration, with action taking place in and outside of the outside of the cockpit. Yep. This one's a classic game, both gameplay and theme. Don't worry, Fred. We're on our way. Yeah. It's just so cool. Such a outlandish story, but it's so 80s. All this to save your freaking pet frog.
He found it.
And I agree completely. The editor here, Mark Ryan Saley, said that he felt such a relief every time he returns to his vehicle because the on-foot segments really were brutal. And this is the Vertigo. Is that the name of the game that you're looking at?
Cyberclimber.com, and then we have the best wildbestgames.com. Vertigo. Oh, dude, there's a lot. We're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to check it out and see where we can actually download it. It might just be like a Microsoft game or a windowed game. We'll try to do it one time, one time, 2 time, 6
one time, 2 time. So maybe we'll just end this here. We'll go back to the reminiscing later. I do want to say one last game. Everybody knows Contra, but it seems like so many people missed Super C, which released on the NES towards the end of the life cycle. It overlapped the Super Nintendo, the SNES release in 1990. So a lot of people missed this game, and yeah, and apparently in this game the Konami code only worked once, and it gave players only 10 lives instead of 30 per continue, and it only worked once.
Damn.
So you're up, down, down, left, right, BA, start. One-time deal, yo. Make it count. And Contra 3 released on the Super Nintendo, so this game kind of got overshadowed.
Yeah,
I get it.
Right. BFT, check out that and tell me what it is. Like, is it like what do I have to do, and like is it easy to download and everything? So that way we can get it on there and maybe find it for other people. Get a zerg of this gameplay. Is it multiplayer by any chance? I'll talk to you anyway. But are we I think we're wrapping it up now, I believe.
At least that segment.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, according to me, we have like 14 minutes, and we take with our outro, we take at least 5 minutes or so. I started recording.
I started recording right before you hit the music, and I'm at 1:59:35.
Where did the 4 minutes go? Did we hit maybe we hit a wormhole or something?
Go ahead. I'm just gonna give you what I got.
No, we could just free. I think we'll continue this again next week Because everybody seems to be enjoying the NES talk. So think about next week we'll probably finish the rest of the IGN notable games. I'm crossing them out on our list so I keep track of what we actually discussed. And then we'll talk about some lesser known games that we remember